Hey everybody, welcome to Home with the Halsteads and welcome to my kitchen. Come on in and help me make some cheesy scalloped potatoes. Some people call them scalloped and some people call them scalloped, but I call them scalloped. So let's get busy. Let me tell you how we're going to do it, what we're going to need to make these delicious cheesy scalloped potatoes. I like to use the red potatoes. You could use Idaho potatoes, russet potatoes, whatever kind of potatoes you like to use, you can use that. So I have just already peeled these and sliced them in rounds, and I have a little over 4 cups of potatoes. I'm using 1 can of golden mushroom soup. This is a 10.5 ounce can of golden mushroom soup. 1/2 cup of whole milk. 1/2 cup of whole milk. 1 cup of grated cheese. I'm using cheddar cheese, and this is medium. You could use sharp or you could use mild. I'll be using 1/2 stick, which is 1/4 cup of butter, and I've cut this into little tiny pieces. And I'm going to add some pepper. Today I'm using the white pepper, and I'm not adding salt to this recipe because the soup, the cheese, and the butter all have salt in them. So if someone wants extra salt, they can just add it at the table. So let's get busy. Let's make this delicious dish, and we'll get started. I have preheated our oven to 475 degrees, and I am using an 8x11 baking dish, and I have sprayed this with a no stick cooking spray. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to put our potatoes in the baking dish. And again, these are red potatoes, and I peel these, I slice them into rounds, and now I'm placing them in our dish. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of pepper. At this point, I'm just going to sprinkle, and again, I told you that I'm not adding salt because the other items have salt in it. So I've added a little bit of pepper. Now I'm going to add our butter. I'm just going to place this around. This is 1/2 stick, which is 1/4 cup of butter, and I'm just putting this on top of the potatoes. And you can already tell that this is going to be a delicious side dish. There's nothing that I love any better than just a good baked potato with butter on it, maybe some sour cream, maybe some little green onions. But this is a cheesy scalloped potato recipe that I wanted to share with you, and I think that you're just going to love it and enjoy it. So now I'm going to set this aside, and we'll mix up our soup and our milk and our cheese. This is one of those simple recipes, as all of my recipes are. This is golden mushroom soup. If you can't find the golden mushroom in the grocery store, which sometimes it's hard to find, then you can just use the regular mushroom soup. And also I wanted to tell you that this is a half a recipe. You can double this, you can triple this. So now I'm adding 1/2 cup of whole milk, and I'm going to swap off and get a spatula to mix this with. So just mixing the milk and the golden mushroom soup together. So delicious. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of grated cheese. And stir that around. This is going to be delicious. And we're almost finished. Now I'll bring back the potatoes, and I'm just going to pour this on top of the potatoes. Spreading it evenly, making sure that all of the potatoes are covered. Getting it all out of the bowl, as I like to do. I don't like to leave anything in the bowl if I can help it. And now I'm just going to spread it. So delicious. So delicious. That one wants to pop up, doesn't it? Okay. How simple is that? Now, we're going to cover our potatoes, and I'm going to cover them with foil, and I'm going to put them in the oven and bake it on 375 for 1 hour covered. And then I'm going to remove the cover and bake it for another 15 minutes or until the potatoes are done. So we're ready to go in the oven with our cheesy scalloped potatoes. I'll see you when they get done. Okay, our potatoes have cooked for an hour. I have loosened the foil so that I can take it off and show you. And there are our cheesy scalloped potatoes. And I'm going to let them cook for another 15 minutes. And then I'm going to take them out and let them rest, and they'll be ready to serve. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. Thank you for helping me make these cheesy scalloped potatoes. It's really hot and I can't handle it right now, so it's going to take a while for it to cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you bye, and I hope you have a great day. I do have two things to clarify about my video today. I realized that I told you that initially when I told you the temperature to bake it on, I said 475, and then later I said 375. I did bake the potatoes on 375, so I just wanted to clarify that. And also, when I was swapping off from a spatula to a whisk, I said I'm using a spatula. Well, I do know the difference between a spatula and a whisk, so you'll just have to forgive me today. Sometimes we just have days like that, don't we? Thank you for watching Home with the Halsteads. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen. Have a blessed day, and I'll try to not make a mistake next time, but we're all human. I love you all. Bye-bye.